What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about 5 common Integra problems. Now I want to go ahead and apologize for not uploading for probably, what has it been, probably 3 weeks now, and that is a long time. Now the reason why is because I've been kind of discouraged. I didn't get the money that I needed for the coilovers, the rims, and all that other stuff I was planning to do on my car, so that really sucks. So we're gonna have to put that on hold for now. So I'm just gonna have to come up with other videos for now for you guys. We can do tutorials, do other stuff on the car, maybe some cheaper mods for now, but we'll see. Hopefully someday I do get enough money for those mods, but as of right now I don't have enough. But anyways, yeah, like I said, today I'm going to be talking about 5 common Integra problems. Now these are ones that I've had too, but I actually looked on the forums and other places on the internet, and these are some problems that a lot of people had, and there's quite a bit more, but these are the ones I've experienced as well, so I could definitely relate to some of these problems. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump straight into this. So anyways, let's go ahead and start with number 1. So when it rains pretty hard outside, sometimes the windows kind of leak and you could hear it dripping inside the actual door panel. And I've heard on the forums that it's screwed up people's speakers. Luckily, it hasn't screwed up mine, because in California, I didn't know about this problem really because it does not rain too often, but today it did. And it didn't rain too hard, but as you guys can see, it didn't actually leak today. But usually what you're looking for is little leaks inside of here. Out here it doesn't really matter because, you know, that's kind of outside of the car anyways. But right here is where you really want to look for them. So I didn't really know of this problem because it doesn't rain very much in California. But when it did a couple weeks ago, it rained pretty hard. And I think the reason sometimes the water gets in too is because people want to clear their windows because they can't see outside of them. So they tend to roll them down, and sometimes some of the water gets inside and then it keeps dripping down and it kind of ruins the speakers. So moving on into the second problem is shifting in reverse. Now I've seen tons of people with the same problem, and I've had the problem ever since I've got in the car. Now keep in mind, my car does have 189,000 miles on it, but I've seen people with under 100,000 miles having the same issue, and some guy was talking about it because reverse doesn't actually have a synchronizer, but I don't know if that would matter if you're not moving. But anyways, basically the problem is sometimes when you're shifting in reverse, it kind of gets stuck like that. Like it's not going in, so you have to pump the clutch a couple of times and then it finally goes in reverse. So I don't know what's really up with that, but some mornings it's okay, other mornings it's really hard to get it in reverse. But anyways, same with the first gear, you cannot downshift into first without pushing it or forcing it in, and that's because it doesn't have a synchronizer as well. And I think it's kind of like a safety issue too, because Honda doesn't want you shifting into first on accident. It could definitely do some harm to your engine, because say you're in 4th gear and you accidentally shift to first instead of third. That could be very bad. That's what a lot of people call money shifting. You could bend valves. You could just really screw up your engine. And imagine that. 1st gear is already a very short gear. If you shift from 4th to 1st, imagine how high the RPMs are. That would definitely probably blow your engine. Another safety feature that Honda actually puts in their cars. So, you know, that's cool. But anyways, like I was talking about, was reverse. So sometimes it's hard to shift in reverse, but all you have to do is pump the clutch a couple times and then put it in reverse. So moving on into number 3 is the radiators sometimes go bad. Now I've heard a lot of people, they go bad around 100,000 miles. So I'm guessing mine got replaced before I actually replaced mine a second time, because I had to replace mine again around 185,000 miles. So it does go bad. So that's one thing you need to keep in mind. Also, the dumbasses that installed mine, because I didn't know much about cars back then, I told them these tubes needed to be replaced because like they were cracking, and they're like, oh no, let's just not do that right now. And what do you know, 2 weeks later I get a big ass hole in one of these things, and I bring it back to the shop. He's like, oh my bad, and you know, whatever. So anyways, yeah, so radiators tend to go bad. I don't know why mine's a little loose. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. But anyways, yeah, so radiators tend to go bad. I've seen on the forums some people say it's between 80 and 90,000, but a lot of people have gotten it around 100 and 110,000. Now moving on into number 4, another motor issue is the cap and rotor distributor. Now this one bad on mine as well. I have the MSD ignition system. It's not very hard to replace, so don't really worry about it going out, but it will probably eventually go out at some point because they get worn out, the bearings inside and stuff like that. I believe this one was only 40 bucks to replace or something like that, so it's not that expensive. So it is a problem, but it's pretty simple to replace. So moving on into the 5th and final one is the interior squeaks. Now, part of the problem with my car already is the suspension squeaks, but this is definitely a problem. I've seen multiple posts on the forums about this. So anyways, I'm going to take it for a drive, no music on, so you guys could hear the squeaking. So let's go ahead, let's buckle up. Let's do this, guys. Yep, there's that reverse problem right there. Wouldn't let me in. It's already squeaking a little bit. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it on camera. Hopefully, though. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I could definitely hear it. It's rattling. It is definitely squeaking back there. I'm on pretty flat road right now, but keep in mind, like I said, I do have coilovers, so it is going to be a little bit rougher. But now, if you guys don't have a radio in your car, I really do feel bad for you because it could get really annoying, especially on long trips. I don't notice it because I usually have my radio turned up pretty loud. But if you don't have a radio or it doesn't work, good luck. My exhaust is already loud enough, the squeaking makes it worse. But if I have the music on, like I said, it's pretty good. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, these are 5 problems I've also had, but there's tons of different problems on the forums. There's not too many big ones. I've gone over the ones that I've experienced mostly. And yeah, so just these are some things to maybe look out for when you're purchasing an Integra. Things to keep in mind. But it definitely is a good car. I love it, cheap, and it definitely is fun to drive. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, because I'll be making more videos. Don't worry, guys. I kind of got discouraged there for a little bit, but don't worry. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.